Good morning and welcome to the Clara Luper Show with your host and hostess, Sister Clara Luper and Brother Calvin Luper. In a moment, your host and hostess.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy good morning to you wherever you are. This is a Clara Luper's Christmas special. This is what you have waited a whole year in order that you could hear one of the greatest Christmas programs that you will ever hear. Let me start my program today by saying Merry Christmas to you wherever you are, and certainly it's going to be a Merry Christmas with me. Our Christmas special today is being brought to you by your favorite Allstate insurance agent, Marilyn Hildred. If you're talking about insurance, talk to Marilyn. The telephone number is 843-0811. Marilyn will take care of your life insurance, your home insurance, your automobile insurance. Marilyn will take care of you. And today's program is your program. I have a little secret. The best kept secret in Oklahoma City, I think, is the fact that Reverend Earl Bryant is the pastor of the Wildwood Baptist Church. It will no longer be a secret because the whole world, even you down in Holdenville, Oklahoma, will have the opportunity to hear Reverend Bryant today because he will be bringing our Christmas message. And whatever you do, you stay tuned to the Clara Luper radio show. Mr. Gates all smiles this morning because it's Christmas time and he's going to make you beautiful. He can make you beautiful if you go to Gates Barbershop located at 2609 North Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City there. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Phillips is there to make sure that you are looking good just like black and white men should. Go to Gates Barbershop, 2609 North Martin Luther King in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I have 200 pounds of chitlins today that I've got to give away. I'm going to give you some chitlins today like I've never given you before. The telephone number is 672-1220. And if you know the answer to my question, I have even asked it yet. If you know the answer to that question, be sure and be ready to dial 672-1220. Dr. A.L. Dow would like to extend holiday greetings to you. Dr. A.L. Dial is your optometrist located at 934 Northeast 8th Street in Oklahoma City. The telephone number is 2350536. Dr. A.L. Dial will take care of your eyes. Now, let me tell you, since school is out, you will have the opportunity to look at your children's grades. Maybe your child cannot see. Take your child to Dr. Dial, 934 Northeast 8th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. When I think of daycare, I think of Johnson Sardinas, located at 1643 Northeast 50th Street in Oklahoma City. The telephone number is 424-4656. Now, one thing about Mrs. Smallwood, she will see to it that your child has the best, not only Mrs. Smallwood, not only Miss Smallwood, but the entire staff. Mrs. Gloria Mathis and Mr. Paul Mathis are very proud of the staff at Johnson Sardinas. 1643 Northeast to 50th Street. It is true that they will get your child ready for school. Did you know that they have a library? Did you know they have special people to come in and help to educate your children? Do you know that those children get the kind of meals that will make them grow? You have never seen such happy children until you go to Johnson Sardinas Daycare. Don't miss the opportunity. Mrs. Gloria Matthews travels all over the country, and when she goes into a town, she goes to a daycare because she said, I got to keep up, and then she goes to special training. I call it Johnson Sardinas Preschool and Nursery, located in the heart of Oklahoma City. Mr. Paul and Mrs. Gloria Matthews would like to take this opportunity to wish each one of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. And certainly it's going to be a Merry Christmas because you're going to make it a Merry Christmas. Calvin has some good news about Gideon 300 and who won the boo-boo. Oh, wonder who won that. 6006 Southwestern. They celebrated their first anniversary. And those of you that want to look good in your African attire, all you have to do is to go to 6006 Southwestern in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You are waiting for your question because you know Christmas is coming and you want some good old chitlins. Here's the first question today. And the questions are very easy today. These are the easiest questions I have ever given to you. There's a song that's really popular during the Christmas holidays, and it says, "Go tell it." Where are you supposed to tell it? Maybe you have to tell it down to Hoffman or Grayson or what have you. Now you've got to get the answer that I have. 6721220. Yes, Calvin.
Yes, Mom. I want to say to you here early, publicly, Merry Christmas. I hope you have a very happy holidays. I know you're going to have a happy holidays because I know Merlin is going to make sure, Shelly's going to make sure, most
And
important.
Mrs. Freddie Stevens going to see to it every year. Clara Luper.
Well,
has a
well,
Merry
I didn't
Christmas.
finish all out.
Okay,
We're going to make
okay.
sure. But then, the winner out at the Gideon, as I say, the Gideon 300 store, the winner of the boo-boo was
Mustafa Warwick.
Wara. That's
Be sure to pronounce it correctly, Calvin. With your African
MUFSTASA
descent.
WARRAH. Mufasta Wara won the boo-boo there at the Gideon 300 store, and that's one sharp individual because it was a beautiful boo-boo. And Dr. Denise called, and she wanted us to make sure. But that Gideon 300 store, they have some great things out there. Mom, tell us where it's located.
It's located at 6006 Southwestern, Gideon 300.
6006 Southwestern, okay.
Telephone number 6320770. But you don't have to call. You can go out there and just see what beautiful things are
Well, we can
available.
look forward to seeing Mufasta Warren in that boo-boo. Now, I know that is that is a very, very expensive outfit, too. And it just looks good. Look good on the rack. I know it'll probably look good on him, too. So congratulations, and let's get on with the show. We only have 200 pounds of chitlins to give away before this Christmas.
Well, we have, somebody has an answer. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes.
This is Sharita Sutton.
Sarita
and I was trying
Sutton?
to answer the question.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's go tell it on the map.
You're right. Sarita, give Calvin the detail. Go tell it on the mountain.
Sarita, hold
10
on just a minute.
pounds
We'll
of
be ready to
chitlins.
talk with you.
10 pounds of chitlins gone.
Let's go on with another question, Mom, right quick, because we know.
The Bible tells in Matthew what kind of man Joseph was. According to Matthew, what kind of man was Joseph?
What
What kind of man?
was
Matthew
Joseph?
tells us very plainly. And we want it in Matthew's words and nobody else's
Those
words.
biblical questions are a little tough for some of our listening audience. Have
Not
you
tough,
noticed?
our listeners.
Have
I
you
have the most intelligent audience. And don't forget, today you are going to hear a Christmas message delivered by that young minister, Reverend Earl Bryant of Wildwood Baptist Church in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Now, after he delivers his message, I know a lot of you will want to go to his church on Sunday. Well, that's all part of getting the news out because the word say go into all the world and preach the gospel.
Okay, we almost have a winner here. I bet we have a winner here on line one here.
You think we have a
I think
winner?
we have a
Okay,
winner.
let's
The
see.
question is, what was the question again?
According to Matthew,
According
what
to
kind of
Matthew.
man was Joseph? Okay.
Good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show. How may I help you?
I know that answer.
Do you really? Tell me.
He being a just man.
Yes, that's
Just
exactly right.
man.
A
Boy,
just man.
Way to go. Way to go.
What is your name?
David Hall.
David. I
Boy,
knew that voice sounded
one
familiar.
thing about David Hall.
He's studying. He's keeping
He's
up.
studying,
with it.
he's keeping up, and every Saturday he wins in some chitlins, and
Yeah,
good.
That's really good. But one thing, the answers to these questions are in the Bible, on the religious, on the civil rights and the questions, the answers are there at the Freedom Center, 2609 North Martin Luther King. And we invite you to go by the Freedom Center during the holidays, and when you out-of-town guests here, take them by there. Let them see that beautiful monument there at 2609 North Martin Luther King. But, Mom, come up with a harder question, because if David Hall can answer one, I know
Well, I
you must
wanna
have
know-
a more
I want to
difficult
know
question.
this. How did the wise men know that Jesus was born? And you so smart, you answer that.
How did
did the wise men know that Jesus was born? Not according to the Bible, not according to what somebody else thinks. The telephone number is 672-1220, and we are giving away chitlins because Christmas is coming, and I want you to have some chitlins, and I'm going to have a great Christmas.
You know, one thing about those chitlins, you know, they're not just coming from the Clara Luper radio show. They're coming
from hometown. That's
IGA.
open 24 hours for your
And where is it located?
Located
23rd
on 23rd
Martin Luther
Martin King. That's right.
And
Calvin, I'm so excited today because it's Christmas. And my Christmas trees are up. And Miss Reese came over to my house. She didn't believe I had 12 Christmas trees. But I told her that I always have a Christmas tree in every room. I have my Christmas lights because I believe strongly in Christmas, and it just gives me a lift.
Yes, okay. That's a tradition, and you started. And,
and long time ago, before you were born.
Well, now I don't know what was happening before I was born.
But anyway, you don't. A lot of things you don't know, but you know how to sing. And today, Calvin, I have somebody special. I want you to sing "Happy Birthday" to.
Well, I've made a special effort because of that person, but we'll talk about that a little later on during the show. I don't know if we should do it. We better do it after the sermon, after everybody's feeling good, because I've had some really serious complaints about my singing. But no problem. If you keep listening to the Clara Luper radio show, and you will get your happy birthday wish. And we want you to tell that friend, tell that neighbor, and invite them to be a part of today's show, because this is a special show. This is Christmas special, as we like to call it. This is the show that will help motivate you throughout the whole week. And we want your friends and your neighbors, all of you, to be a part of this show, because we are working to make this community and this city a better place. And we can do it by listening to the Clara Luper radio show.
Is it true that Ellis Hildred has put in an application to be on the I Can't Sing a show?
Well, the I Can't Sing a show, that's not it. The We Can't Sing
We Can't Sing it, I'm sorry.
Ellis did put in his application, and he came out for a tryout, but I can't. He won't come back. He was so embarrassed about the tryout. But that's the way it goes. Because when he finished telling me that they kicked him out of the sixth grade choir in grade school and wouldn't let him sing in the church choir, I told him to stand there and just mouth the words. He definitely qualified, and I listened to him, and he's definitely prepared. But we have a winner.
Okay.
We have a winner. I bet
hello.
this is the winner.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper radio show.
Hello?
Hello. How are you doing?
Fine.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Do you have the correct answer? Hello. Do you have the correct answer?
Was it the star?
Was it? You asked me a question.
Answer the question, please.
It was
Yes.
Yes.
the angel.
The angel.
It was an angel.
The
Oh,
question
no,
was,
she's out. She's out of it.
She
She's
tried.
out.
Well,
She tried.
she asked a question, and then she asked a question, and then she answered the question. But here comes the correct answer right now on line 2. Good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper radio show. How may we help you? Do you have the correct answer?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about it. Tell us about it.
The star in the east,
You are exactly right. The star in East. And what is your name?
Ella Wilson.
Ella Wilkerson. Wilson. Ella
Okay,
Wilson,
Ella
you are
Wilson.
exactly right. And you're going to get some chitlins. 10 pounds of chitlins.
Ms. Wilson, I want you to hold on the line here and give the information over there, because we want to make sure that you have chitterlings for this Christmas holiday. So, Mom, come up with another question before we have...
we are talking about Christmas, and according to the Bible, when the wise men came, before they gave the newborn child gifts, what did they do? Now, you answer that. You answer that. What did they do before they gave the young child the gifts? And maybe, I don't know. But anyway, this is the Clara Luper radio show, and this part of our show is brought to you by Roth Funeral Home, located at 2936 Northeast 36th Street. And Roth would like to say Merry Christmas to every one of you. If you're talking about a home, Carbon Realty, located at 3673 North Everett Street in Oklahoma City, is ready to put you in a brand new home. 427-8311. Start the new year off by owning your own home. McKay Davis and that entire staff, Mr. Davis and all, would like to wish you a happy new year and a very, very Merry Christmas. There's a big sale today going on at Clothes Closet, located at 1917 Northeast 24th Street in Oklahoma City. Petite Salon and Clothes Closet, 1917 Northeast 24th Street in Oklahoma City. Everything is going on sale. Go there and be ready for Christmas. You're going to be looking good for Christmas, because Marie will see that the colors, the style, and everything blend exactly with you.
You're absolutely right, Mom. You know, I love seeing the people when they come out of the petite salon. They look beautiful. I mean, it's
But the
amazing.
clothes in the
Well,
clothes
well,
closet.
I start looking at the hair. I don't be looking at the clothes that
Oh,
much, but I know this that we have a winner. I bet you on line
okay,
one
let's
here.
go. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show.
Hello, this is Billy Ware.
Hello, Billy. Where are you doing? Do you have
All
the
right,
correct answer?
and when the angels, when the wise men came, they found him lying in the manger.
No, they did something before they gave him the gifts. So that's what I
They
asked you.
worship him.
I asked you that. They did something, so your time is out. Oh,
Billy, thank you for
out.
calling so much. Tell that friend, tell that
Okay,
neighbor.
I
Maybe
thought she
they
had the
know.
correct answer.
672-1220. Let's try it here on this other line, Mom.
Okay.
Good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
All right. They bowed down and worshiped the child.
You are right. They
Yes.
fell down. You are right. Who
All
is that?
right.
Hello?
That just sounds
And what is
familiar.
your name?
I'm Geraldine Downey, your daughter.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you, Geraldine.
That's my
Downey.
biblical student. She knows it.
She knows that. She got us some
Congratulations, Mrs.
chitlins.
Downey. Will you hold on and make sure we have the correct information?
Okay.
You know,
We're talking about
Miss Downey
the
just
Christmas
left,
story.
you know, and you know, it's something.
Here's
because-
our last biblical
Okay, I
question.
won't go there. You don't want to go there.
They say that according to biblical history, the angels and a multitude of the heavenly hosts began to sing. What was the exact words of the song? I just want, what did they sing? What was
What
that song?
did they sing?
Don't come to call me and tell me it was Amazing Grace. You tell me something else.
Well, let's answer that question. Ask that question again. The phone
Okay.
number here is 672-1220. Make sure we're coming with the right song, because I thought of something and it was
A
Amazing
multitude
Grace.
of the heavenly hosts bowed down. I mean, they were singing. What was they singing?
What were they singing? Okay, we look forward to your answer. But, Mom, you know, some of our advertisers are having Christmas specials all across this city. You know, I don't think Mr. Gates is having a Christmas special, but
Every day is a special day at
you know,
Gates
I
Barbershop.
love that sign that he said that they have up there.
We
that
make
people beautiful,
right.
And they really do. You know.
Whatever you do today, stay tuned to the Clara Luper Radio Show, because you will have the opportunity to hear our Christmas message. I promise you the best, and I'm going to give you the best today in the form of a special message delivered by Reverend Earl Bryant.
What
Can
church
you?
is Reverend Brian with, Mom?
Oh, I'm gonna let him
You
tell
gonna
you
let
that.
him- I wonder how long he's been preaching. We'll
Well,
let him tell us that.
anyway.
You know, it's really something
But
to
one
look
thing
forward to the
about
Clara Luper Radio
something
show
that
today.
really bring the audience together, he's a graduate of Douglas High School. Can you imagine anybody coming out of Douglas High School and becoming a preacher?
Of course, you had.
But
well,
Calvin, that
it's-
means you have a chance.
No, Mom, the Lord hasn't called me yet, and I don't think I should be going near the pulpit until He called me. And I'm a firm believer in being called before you go up there. But then I have seen some dynamic ministers that have come
How
out
many
this-
do you know that
of
came out of Douglas High
Douglas
School?
High School.
How
I-
many do you know that came out of Douglas
Well,
High School? This is a Clara Luper Radio
Sam
show.
Craig,
Okay.
Reverend Blessing Gill.
Okay, keep
and Brother
on.
Bryant. And,
Okay,
and
okay.
Even more important than that,
Okay, we have an answer on the
we have an
telephone.
answer
Calvin.
here.
Let's
on
go.
that.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
The answer is glory to God in the highest and peace on earth toward man.
And what?
Peace
and
on.
peace on earth to all men.
I'm going to accept that. I'm going to accept that. You just got one little thing turned around. You said, and on earth, peace.
And on earth, right.
And who is this?
Rose Harris.
Rose Harris.
Okay.
That musician. She has music in her bones, and I knew she would answer that. Okay, thank you, Rose.
Rose, hold on the line here and make sure we get all that information, because we want to make sure that you enjoy those chitlins, compliments of the Clara Luper Radio Show
And
Hometown
Hometown.
IGA.
It's such a pleasure to do something for people for Christmas, and I am so excited about today, and I'm excited about today because Christmas is coming, and I know I'm going to see Santa Claus. And one thing about it, you going to see to it that I see Santa Claus. I'm telling you, I have some of the best people in the world. I've told all you out there, don't wait until I die and come over to the house bringing some chicken for Calvin and Shelly and little Jaylee has 2 teeth coming to eat. You just give me everything you got to give me while I'm living. I
that's what
want
I'm looking
all
for.
my flowers and everything while I'm living.
You know what Merlin promised to give me this year? My
What?
dear sweet sister that's an Allstate insurance agent at 730 West Britain Road that works hard 7 days a week to make sure all her customers are happy and making sure that all the insurance needs are covered. Merlin promised me a Band-Aid for my mouth. I said, Merlin, you going to wrap it?
Merle did that.
Yeah, she told me she was really on my case.
Look like
this
she
week
should be
about-
proud to have a brother who can't sing.
Yeah, that's what those were my exact words, Mom. And I won't tell you what she said, but it has nothing. It can't be said on air again. No. But then she is located at 730 West Britain Road, and she will take care of your insurance needs. And you better believe that Marilyn, April, Alicia, all of them are there. All of us are there to make sure that your insurance needs are definitely covered. And you know what? We have home insurance, life insurance, auto insurance, church insurance, motorcycle insurance, motorbike insurance, boat insurance, any of your insurance needs. Give us an opportunity to give you a free quote. Call us at Allstate Insurance, Maryland Hildred's office, and that phone number is 843-0811. But Mom, we have somebody on the line is waiting on the next question.
I haven't asked the next question. They are waiting on it.
But
let me tell you, you don't have to wait when you go to Lamar's Beauty Supply, 1732 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. They will take care of all of your beauty needs. You don't have to worry about anybody else. Somebody say, why do we go to Lamar's Beauty Shop when we have a beauty supply house when we have others? Well, you don't have others that you can go to when you face a crisis. Lamar Beauty Salon, located at 1732 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. You don't have to telephone, all you have to go. And Mr. Moore and that entire staff would like to wish you a Merry Christmas.
One thing, too, that happens there in Lamar's Beauty Supply is that you have an opportunity to sign up for the organ transplant, and that's one of the places.
Oh, and you can do that at Freedom Center, too, and I would like to thank everybody.
Freedom Center is located at
2609 North Martin Luther King, and they are putting those names on the wall. I want you to go up there. They are putting those names on the wall, and if your name is not on that wall, you call me. And the reason your name is not on the wall because you didn't sign the book, and you didn't sign the book because you didn't make a contribution. I want you to see the names on the wall, and those of you that are visiting in Oklahoma City during the holidays, be sure and go by Freedom Center and see the Black History Monument, the only one of its kind in the United States. See the Black History Wall. Just go up there and see.
You know, it's still a thrill to see school buses and buses of people that come from out of the city. As they go down Martin Luther King, they pull over there and they spend a little time just walking around the monument, looking at the wall, and trying to get a better understanding of Black history, white history, and Indian history here in Oklahoma. But, Mama, everybody's anxious for another
just a
question.
minute. Calvin, Mrs. Hunter's on the line.
Mrs.
Hello. Yes,
Hunter?
here she is.
Merry
Mrs.
Christmas,
Hunter.
Mrs. Hunter. And I know you're going to have a very happy Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mrs. Hunter.
Hello?
Hello,
Yes.
and Merry Christmas to you, Calvin.
All right. What time should I deliver your gift?
I beg your pardon?
What time would you like for me to deliver your very special gift?
Oh, I'll take it any time between now and Christmas. Just send it right on over because I want to say to everyone because Christmas may come before I get to on the radio. So are you hearing me?
Well, yeah, you're on the radio right now, and just keep an eye on your mailman. I'm going to drop it in the mail. I'm going to tell you like I tell my bill collectors, your gift will be in the mail.
Well, I'm going to tell everyone Merry Christmas and also a Happy New Year and a prosperous journey through the next 12 months. So I was listening to all your programs, and I was so happy and elated that Clara directed all of her questions, I noticed, toward the Christmas season.
Well, you know the Clara Luper radio show. Mama stays ready. You know that.
Oh, yes, and I want to thank all the people that called in to get them some chitlins and let you know that there are a few Christians out here that is reading the Bible and know something about the Bible. And I want to thank her so much for that because before if you haven't been reading your Bible, you better start reading it because this is the only time that she had it about Christmas.
You know, some people read their Bible and still couldn't answer these questions.
Well, they were Pacific. You know, when it comes to Pacifics, Calvin, and she always, Clara wants the exact words, so you have to give her the exact words. But Mrs. Luper, I have a friend, I don't know if you know Mrs. Ruth Leach. Mrs. Ruth Leach was a nurse here in Oklahoma City. And she also, you may know, she was an Avon salesman, too, at one time. But Mrs. Leach's mother passed, and I want to talk about it because her mother was 102 years old. And her mother's name was Esther Burleson. So, we did not have too many people who have lived 100 years, but she went past that. She lived at 102 years old. Now, for you that know Mrs. Leach out there, I want you to know that her mother passed and that they are having her funeral. at Newport, Oklahoma. That's down near Ardmore at the Mount Olive Baptist
When,
Church.
lady?
They're having the film. See, I don't remember this.
Well, you find out and call me back at 672-1220.
You want to know the date that they're
You're right,
having her
right,
funeral?
right.
Okay. She didn't give me the day that they was going to have the film, so I'll call her and call you back.
Okay,
then.
Mrs. Hunter, you make sure that you have a very happy and a Merry Christmas and a very safe holidays. And you tell that grandson of yours, don't work you too hard to make sure. I know that he has just piles of gifts, and he's so fortunate to have a beautiful grandmother like you. And, y'all just have a Merry Christmas. And you keep, when the mailman come by, you just ask him, is that letter, is that envelope in there from Calvin, okay?
Okay,
Well,
good.
okay, I know I'm going to say that present in there.
Well, you better work. Well, yeah, it might be a box. No telling how I'll send it this year.
Okay.
But okay, we have a question ready now. We're running out a little short on time, and we only have
But
100
Mrs. Gloria
pounds of
Matthews is
chitlins.
on the line. Mrs. Gloria Matthews is on the line.
Is that the owner of Chauncey Charadina's Daycare Center?
Right. Hello?
Good morning, Clara Luper.
Good
I
morning.
want to wish you a very, very free Christmas, and I'd like to wish all of my parents Christmas, happy Christmas, and I appreciate all the years that you've been with me. And Clara, I'd like to send my sympathy to my son-in-law James Red and his family, the Red family. They lost their mother, and her service is in Mika, Oklahoma this morning at 1 o'clock. To Brittany Red, their great-grandmother, and all the Red families in Mika and in Oklahoma City. We all send our sympathy from everyone. I'm sure the NACP do too, because they are great workers, these kids, and has been in the NACP Youth Council. And I'd like to wish you a happy Christmas, Mr. Luper, and your family.
Oh, Mrs. Hunter.
I sure want to miss my godchild one. So she'll be hearing from me. I've been real busy, but this week I'm taking off. So
Mrs.
I'm gonna do a lot of
Matthews,
things, yes.
do you know that I am here and you haven't wished me a Merry
Wish
Christmas?
you and Calvin, I wish you a really happy Christmas and a very happy New Year.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think I was just going to get on this morning.
Well, you
so
know you're going to get on. We're going to make
some
sure
of
you
the
get on.
things I was going to say, I'd have lost my thoughts. But anyway,
Say, what are
I wish
you doing?
everybody a Merry Christmas.
What are the young people there at your nursery doing this year
They
for
are
Christmas?
doing stockings. They'll fix send three baskets off, and they're going to do a memorial on Monday at the Freedom Center memorial for Cheryl Fowler. They're going out there and put some lights on and sing some Christmas carols, and I don't know exactly what time, if the weather permit us to.
Okay,
And if they
Mrs.
don't
Matthews.
get to go there, they'll have to go inside and do
Mrs.
something.
Matthews, you also have a new addition to your family,
Yes,
don't
I want them. I have a new addition to my
you?
family.
What's that young man's name?
His name is Edward Daniels, and he's from Detroit, Michigan, and he just finished from Stillwater, and an architect and engineer, and then she'll finish in next May, and they're very happy. He's on the staff there.
Or at OSU?
Yes.
Okay. Does that mean we're going to change the name of the nursery?
Beg your pardon?
Does that mean we change the name of the nursery
No,
to
we
Chauncey
didn't change the name.
Charadina Daniels?
Chauncey Charadina.
It's
Still
still-
Chauncey Charadina.
And it's,
Those
and,
kids are
and it's still located where?
very grateful out there, and they want to thank Mary Wilson. They did 98. Oh, they're just beautiful, Miss Luper. You have to come see them. They are little Christmas shoes, and every child's name is on there. I mean engraved.
Okay,
on
we'll
there.
see
And I want to
that.
thank Mary Wilson for all of her thoughtfulness and her where she worked. They adopted the nursery, and thank you, Mary. I'm sure
Okay.
glad some of the whites decided to help us. So thank you for adopting our
Well-
nursery, Mary Wilson, and your staff.
Well, you know, we always have your nursery number one in our hearts and on our minds here, and that's
Okay.
Chauncey Charadina's nursery,
Yes,
located on Northeast 50th Street,
Yeah, and it's one
also on North Martin Luther King Avenue.
On Martin Luther King, 2611.
What's that?
Martin Luther King.
2611.
We will
Okay.
be opening from 6 to 12 midnight, beginning about the 15th
6
of
to
January.
midnight, Mrs. Matthews. That's
Yes.
too late. But then I know that we'll be
Okay.
talking about it here on the
Okay.
Clara Luper
We
Radio
have
Show.
to-
Luper?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mrs. Matthews. I have a question now. My next questions will deal with preachers in Oklahoma City. I do have a minister on my show this morning. Will you call me at 672-1220 and tell me his first name? I don't want to hear his last name. I want to hear his first name. And my number is 672-1220. I want to hear his first name. You tell me that, I'll give you 10 pounds of chitlins.
Well, I know one thing. He is a graduate of Douglas High School.
Well, anyway,
Go
that
Trojans, go
won't
Trojans.
count.
That
I
won't
just
count.
need your favorite. Okay. It's almost going out of sale. No, that's past. They are back in business. They are doing big business. Holiday greetings from Eugene's Hair Connection, located at 3515 North Classen in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Now they have some special discounts. They have $10 off on all chemical works, and they will fix you like you have never been fixed up before. That's Eugene's Hair Connection, 3515 North Classen in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. When we talk about flowers, we've got to talk about exotic plants and florists, 3620 North Lincoln Boulevard in Oklahoma City. The telephone number is 528-7659. Go to Exotic Plants and Florists and be sure and tell them you heard it on the Clara Luper radio show. Javon's Style Show is now located at 4801 North Lincoln in Oklahoma City, and boy, did she entertain her staff last night. They tell me they had gumbo prepared by Miss Merle. Javon's Style Shop is now open. Go in to 4801 North Lincoln in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. United Drugs, located at 1027 Northeast 36th Street, would like to extend holiday greetings to each one of you. The telephone number is 424-5577. It's Christmas time, and Christmas time really means to the people in Grayson and Hoffman, it's time for the family to get together. And the family got together last night. Grayson and Hoffman got together. And there were a visitor from California. There was a visitor from Dover, Oklahoma. There were visitors all at that Grayson and Hoffman party. And incidentally, I read a story about Cinderella who lost her shoe. Well, somebody lost the top of a roaster over to Clara Luper's house last night, and if that top of the roaster belonged to you, you come and get it. Calvin!
Yes, Mom, I'm so anxious. I'm just having a great time this
Okay,
Saturday
you got to
morning.
hurry because my...
I know I got to hurry.
Yeah.
Mr. Gates was on the line. I don't know if he's still on the
Mr.
line.
Gates?
I think I hung up on him.
Oh,
but
Miss-
Mr. Gates will call back. Mrs. Hunter's on the line with that information.
What is that
you need.
information, lady?
She's getting ready to, we're getting ready to punch up now, but Mrs. Hunter, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing real nice.
Okay.
But I talked with Mrs. Leach to get the information
Yes, ma'am.
concerning her mother, who is Esther Burleson, who is 102 years old when she passed on Wednesday. But she passed here in Oklahoma City, and Mrs. Burleson lives here in Oklahoma City, but her body is at Ragsdale and the Grant Sons
In
Ardmore.
In Ardmore.
When is the
Yes.
funeral?
And the funeral will be at December the 23rd at 11 o'clock. And I told you it was at the church there in Newport, the Baptist Church, Mount Olive Baptist Church in Newport, Oklahoma, which is out from Ardmore.
Thank you so very kindly.
And I want to extend to all of the persons who have lost the loved ones before the holidays. I'm sorry that such a tragedy, I would call that, would happen before Christmas. But I want to stand there, my heartfelt sympathy, and may God bless them.
Well, that comes from the radio show, too, Mrs.
Well,
Hunter.
thank you so very kindly.
Okay, Mom, we have Mr. Gates, I believe, on line, too.
Mr. Gates?
Mr. Gates, I'm sorry.
Hello,
I apologize.
Mr. Gates?
Yes,
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
I'm done wonderful today.
The man that makes people beautiful at 2609 Martin Luther King.
You got it.
I
Oh,
got it.
let's
Tell
talk.
us.
Okay.
Listen, first I'd like to say that I really, truly, from my heart, appreciate all the customers who have participated, who have gave us service to come to the shop in the year of 1997. However, we're still in the healing stage. There's not a day passed that someone doesn't ask me about my coworker, Brother Gamble, who's gone on to be with Jesus. But I know that he would want me to go on. I can see him now. His picture's on my wall. He's smiling at me every day. So we have a conversation, and the Lord is just really bring me through. I know he'd tell me, Bob, say you go ahead on with your life, be happy until the Lord call you. And I'm saying this from the Gates Barbershop to all the patrons who have participated and gave us your business during the year of 1997. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This comes from Brother Gates and Brother Gamble. Gigi, have a good day and may God bless you.
Thank you so very kindly. But it's Christmas time. And at Christmas, our thoughts turn to something that's deep. An old story that's as new as this morning's news report. A story that's dear. A story that has changed the course of history. And every Christmas I've tried to get the message over. Because as a Christian, I too have a commitment. And this morning I'm happy to present the message for this Christmas being presented by a young minister, Reverend Earl Bryant of the Wildwood Baptist Church.
Let me begin by saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to Sister Luper and Calvin. Also, our message will be coming from, I thought this morning would come from St. John 1 and verse 4. The thought will be the gift of life. There in that verse, that text, you will find these words, in him was life, and the life was the light of men. The Christmas season is when you find people of all beliefs looking in and out of windows, walking down decorated streets, greeting neighbors and even strangers, and all of the other things to remind us that Christmas is special. Something special happened over 2,000 years ago. There is something special about Christmas, special about sharing and giving. Christmas should remind us of a great gathering for the cause of Christ. It should help us to remember the baby who was in Bethlehem for our cause and not his own. Christmas should bring to remembrance the love of God. According to John, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Christmas should remind us of the eastern star, the wise men, the shepherds in the field, the message of the angels, Bethlehem, the stable, the manger, swaddling clothes, Joseph and Mary. But most of all, it should remind us that Jesus was reduced from the glory of God his Father to a baby in Bethlehem for the sins of the world. Jesus said, in him was life. John is not talking about the physical life, but speaking of the life God has in himself, which is called Ze in the Greek, Zoe, the life God has in himself. He gave his Son to have in him. Therefore, Jesus came into the world to give us life, which is the light of God. The life that he gives, he maintains. And of this life, men become partakers through faith in Jesus Christ. Those who partake in his life shall reign forever. This is the very thing that is distinctive about life. It is eternal. It lasts forever, and it is rewarding. So God came in Jesus and continues to come to you and I in Jesus as the Holy Spirit to fill us with joy, happiness, and security of knowing that through him we will live forever. It was the greatest, first, and most lasting Christmas gift of all. For unto us a child was born. In him there is hope. In him there is peace. In him there is joy. In him there is life that will never fade away. Therefore, you who are listening in Radio Land, come all you who are faithful, joyful, and triumph. Come and behold him, born King of angels. Come, let us adore him, Christ our Lord. Let us pray. O God, who through the grace of thy Holy Spirit pour the gift of love into the hearts of men, grant unto us health, both of mind and body, that we may love thee and perform those things which are pleasing unto thee. This we ask for the sake of him who is the way, the truth, and the life, even the sake of Christ our Lord. Amen. And remember, my friends, for the real good of every gift, it is essential first that the giver be the gift, as God always is, for he is love and makes the receiver know and receive the giver in the gift.
Thank you so very kindly, Reverend. Let's talk about Reverend Bryant. You are the pastor of what church?
The Wildwood Baptist Church.
Okay, now you have been pastor of the Wildwood Baptist Church for how long?
This is going on the second year.
The second year?
Yes.
How have you enjoyed being at Wildwood?
It has been a wonderful experience. The Lord is blessing. The Lord is moving mightily there.
You're an awfully young man to pastor a church that's, as you have members from young ones to old ones. How do you manage to pastor all of the people at Wildwood?
Depend upon the guidance of God. By God guiding us, we are led by the Holy Spirit, and just yielding ourselves to God, that God may work through me as His vessel.
Okay, do you preach every Sunday?
Every Sunday, 11 o'clock. And also we have a Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30 till 7 or 7:30. Then we have prayer.
Do you believe that the church is growing under your leadership?
Of course, I believe that God is adding as He see fit, daily as He see fit, not as we see fit, but He has added to the church. Matter of fact, Ms. Luper, we have one to baptize on this coming Sunday.
Well, that's quite commendable, sir. And I would like to congratulate you for a young man who graduated from Douglas High School. And why did you go to college?
I attended OBU through the Institute of St. John.
And then how long have you been preaching anyway?
I've been preaching right at about 14 years. I've been pastoring right at 10 years.
Did you have any experience when you started pastoring?
No, I didn't. I'm out of Paradise Baptist Church, and I was called from Paradise Baptist Church to New Hope Baptist Church in Chickasha, where I served as pastor for a little over 8 years, about close to 9 years now. Then I got called here to the Oklahoma City at Wildwood Baptist Church, located at 60 Northeast 63rd Street.
Would you like to say anything to the people out there? And before we leave the air today, it's Christmas. We've heard a beautiful message this morning, and now for a closing statement from Reverend Bryant.
I would encourage each and every one who are listening to me that you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. We do want to invite you to our Christmas services this Christmas Day on the 25th at Wildwood Baptist Church at 11 o'clock.
Who's going to be the minister?
The speaker will be that of Pastor Gaddis of the Greater Bethel Baptist Church.
All right, we'll be the speaker.
We'll
That's
be the speaker.
Annual Christmas service that's sponsored by IMA.
The concern, the BMA.
The BMA.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was IMA.
What is the BMA?
Baptist Ministers Alliance.
Okay.
Well, it's Christmas time, and we've heard from Reverend Bryant, and I would like to thank you on behalf of all of us. And those of you that are at Wildwood, you're very lucky to have a young, aggressive, dedicated Christian young man as your leader, and I would like to wish the best for you. Now let me get down to some serious business. Since 1986, we have worked to try to get the surrounding cities and schools to recognize Martin Luther King's birthday. But on last Tuesday, I had the opportunity to sit down with the leadership in Midwest City, along with Mrs. Juanita Wiles, Donna Sowell, a group of us, and there an announcement was made. For the first time, the Midwest City High schools will be closed during Martin Luther King's birthday. Calvin, did you hear me? The schools will be closed in Midwest and Dale City during Martin Luther King's birthday.
Mom, I heard you, and I heard you loud and clear, and that is quite an accomplishment.
But let me tell you something else.
Well, I have something to tell you, too,
I
about
want to
Midwest
tell
City.
you that in Midwest City, the police chief, Mike John, is the chairman of the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Unity Prayer Breakfast that will be held in Midwest City at 7 o'clock. On January the 19th at 7 a.m. And I would like to invite all of you. Now, this is going to be something, and I want you to prepare to come.
That's
now, in
what
the
I was
meantime,
going to tell you, Mom.
You're going to tell me about the breakfast?
I was going to tell you that on January the 19th that they were having a breakfast in Midwest City, and that the police chief himself was over the
He's over it. Isn't that
ceremonies.
wonderful?
Hey,
Things are changing.
Things are changing.
But
But it's so good to see Midwest City and the Dale City community
it depends on leadership. Now, they got a police chief who came in there from Phoenix where they had been doing something, and he brought the torch. But, Calvin, here's a sad story. Nichols Hills this year will not recognize Martin Luther King's birthday unless you come and help us. Now, all you people that live in Nichols Hills with your beautiful churches, with your ideas, help us get Nichols Hills to recognize Martin Luther King's birthday. Now, poor little Nakoma Park. Nakoma Park refuses to recognize Martin Luther King's birthday, and we are going back to them. And El Reno, Oklahoma, that depends upon the penitentiary for existence, will not recognize Martin Luther King's birthday. Now, we are going...
it's more than... It's something really wrong with those communities, because this is not the first year.
We've been asking since 1986, right. Calvin.
And it's
they
national
have not done.
And it's statewide.
They disobey the national law, the state law, but we call on you that live out in Nichols Hills. We want you to help us because we do have connections in Nichols Hills.
Well, that might be a problem. I can't think of nobody I know that live in Nichols.
Well, I know a lot of people that live in Nichols Hills, and they say, I got religion. Do you have enough religion to recognize Martin Luther King's
Everybody
birthday?
I know in Nichols Hills has to leave by dark.
Okay. Well, I would like to remind you that this is a holiday. And let's talk about Gideon's 300 store located at 6006 South Western in Oklahoma City, where you can get the clothes that you need, the African clothes, the African jewelry. They have a lot of new supply, and you can get those Christmas presents at the price that you can afford. But Calvin, I want to get back, and I want to talk about that Grayson party last night. That was some party.
Grayson Hoffman one-stop sign party.
But they are still arguing on which is the largest city, Grayson or Hoffman.
Well, that should be easy to tell. That should be very easy to tell, isn't it?
Well, it all depends on who you're talking to. If you're talking to Helen Howard, she was all like Grayson. But if you're talking to Maddie, Jean Ford,
Grayson has Hoffman, one intersection. Hoffman has two.
Well, anyway, somebody called me and said, Clara, I get so sick of you talking about Grayson and Hoffman.
Well, where is Grayson really located?
I don't have to tell anybody, because if you have been in school, and you graduated from Douglas High School, too.
I certainly did. A private
they should have taught you where Grayson and Hoffman was located. But let me tell you, Calvin, I do have another question that's very exciting. Who was the second black to receive the Nobel Peace Award?
Well, this Winston Chitling's mom?
Yes, 10 pounds of chitlings.
Okay, from hometown IJ 672.
Nobody yet has answered that question about where a young man came to Oklahoma by the name of Chief Smith, told all the blacks, said, give me some money, pay your fee, and I'll take you to Africa. And those Negroes just sold their cows and their chickens and gave him the money. And he told you, I'm going to take you to Africa. And boy, they were all ready to go in a town, and they had a tent down there. And he said, all aboard, all aboard. They went down to Galveston, Texas. And next week, I'm going to tell you the rest of the story. What was the name of that town?
What was the name of the town that they left from?
Yeah, they left from. But see, I'm telling that story because our people listening to me out there. Somebody can come in and say, I want you to sell some drugs so you can get you a new car and everything. They just follow them. And when you know anything, those people in jail, and the people that brought the drugs in are in Hawaii, getting ready to go to all the bowl games and what have you.
672-1220.
Yeah,
the second person.
The second person. Win a piece of.
The second person.
And once again, it's a lost roaster top at my house. And I heard of Cinderella losing a shoe, but I never heard nobody losing a roaster top.
From Hoffman and Grayson, I bet it's a need for it. One thing about the people from the Hoffman-Grayson area, they can really cook. I got to compliment y'all on that.
Well, one thing about it, Calvin, I would like for you to sing Happy Birthday to Gladys Caddy Elliott.
Well, I have to put
from
on the
Grayson
list,
High School.
Is this a paid singing, or is this just a sing it?
Well, I don't know. Gladys was so excited about you being able to sing Happy Birthday to. She told her beautiful sister Helen, I want Calvin. I don't know what she said. I want Calvin to sing.
She might do like Miss Turner. Miss Turner said, I enjoy your singing, Calvin, but you need to quit. Merlin bought me a
But that's what they said about Elvis Presley.
When
we went to Mississippi,
right.
They told us
and
about
I got something
Elvis
special for the Grace.
Well, sing that song like you have never done it before.
Let me make sure I got everything together.
I want you to make sure you are singing it for Gladys Caddy Elliott from Grayson, Oklahoma.
I'm going to do it the way y'all used to do it down in Hoffman, Grayson.
You're going to really have to do it up.
And we got our little jingles.
Okay.
So I'm going to say, this is a happy birthday to you, Miss Gladys Caddy from Grayson, Hoffman, Oklahoma. But I want you to have
Don't
many
say
more.
Grayson, Hoffman.
Hoffman.
Please.
Let me get ready here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mrs. Caddy.
Miss Elliott.
Oh, happy birthday to you.
You better do that again. Do it for Miss Elliott. Now she's married. Okay.
Okay, this is for Mrs. Elliott. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mrs. Elliott, to you. Happy birthday to you. And may you have many, help me with this last note, Mom. Many,
I'm not gonna help you.
more.
Thank you, Calvin. Those of you that are going to jail during the holidays, I would like to tell you that Mr. Crawley will get you out. He's located at 3673 North Everett Street in Oklahoma City. The telephone number is 427-8311. Tonight, according to the president of the Amicus Club will have their annual Christmas dinner in the home of Mrs. Marilyn Hildred at exactly 7 o'clock, and the president is asking everybody to be there on time. Now, you are to be at Marilyn Hildred's, and that's 26 Oak Drive. When we think of Christmas from now on, we will think of the word Oakwood Drive. We will think of the words of this young minister, Reverend Bryant. We will think of what he told us that Christmas was all about, and we will remember. I would like to thank you, every one of you, for your Christmas cards. And I wish that I could send each one of you individually a Christmas card. But I cannot do it. So I would like to take this opportunity to publicly thank God for you, for the Christmas cards that you have sent me, for the gifts that you have given me, and most of all for the love that you have shown to me. Christmas is a happy time for me because I do have a habit of putting up Christmas trees and Christmas lights. But deep in my thoughts are the thoughts of my parents and what Christmas meant to them. So if you would allow me today to pay the highest respect to my parents, Mr. Ezel Shepard and Mrs. Isabel Shepard. Parents that Christmas meant so much to them. Parents that worked so hard to provide food for their children on Christmas. It is not surprising that I have an old oak tree in my home among my other Christmas trees. And on that oak tree, I do have Christmas decoration. I have paper sacks, reminded me of my parents. And I would like to thank you, Mama. I would like to thank you, Daddy. And although you will not be with us on Christmas in your flesh and blood, but in your spirit. And this morning when Shelley left at 5 o'clock this morning for Chicago, Illinois, I thought about if you had not worked so hard, if you had not moved in a servant quarter so I could go to school, and if my dad had not worked so hard, Marilyn, Calvin, Shelley would not have the opportunities they have today. So, thank you, Freddie Stevens, for being so sweet to me. Thank you, Lola Greer. Thank all of you. And Calvin?
Mom, I think we have time maybe for the answer to that one question.
Okay, what is that one question?
The question was on the two.
The second.
The second person. Good morning. Welcome to the Clara Luper Radio Show. Do you have the correct answer?
Dr. Martin Luther King.
You are exactly right. And what is your name?
Betty Hudson.
Thank you, Betty.
Betty, stay on the line. Let's get
This is Clara Luper. I've done the best that I could for you. And somebody say, Clara, why do you speak to everybody? Don't blame me. Blame my parents. Because they taught us to speak to everybody. They taught us to say thank you and hello. This is Clara Luper saying Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Mom.
And this is...
Merry Christmas, Reverend Bryant.
This is Reverend Bryant. Calvin Luper and Clara Luper saying Merry Christmas. Don't forget me on Christmas, please. And don't forget me in your prayers.
Don't
Clara
forget
Luper
yourself.
saying,
Make sure that this is a
you.
safe holiday, right?
Okay, stay out of trouble. Bye-bye.
1220 KTLV, Midwest City, Oklahoma City.